Hi there, welcome to another Cycle Tech Review video. Back in the scruffy old garage today. Maybe one day I'll tidy it up, but not today. Today we're looking at a couple of e-pumps. Don't know if you've seen these before. These are from Cycplus AS2 Pro and the AS2 Pro Max. What's an e-pump? Well, it's basically an electronically powered or pump, rather than using a manual one or a CO2 canister. It's a little electrically powered pump. I mean, I've seen a few of these on the roadside and in races, people using them. You hear this little buzzing sound and they're pumping away using these. Cycplus produce 3 versions in the AS2 range. You've got the AS2, which is a small lightweight one, which they sort of recommend for taking out on your road bike when you have a roadside puncture and using that. It's sort of very lightweight, doesn't have a pressure gauge on it. These two are bigger, not much bigger, still. I mean, you can still slip them in a pocket quite easily, but this is the packaging, so obviously the pump's going to be even smaller. The AS2 will go up to, I think, 100 psi. These will do 120. They all sort of do it depending what pressure, what type of tyre you got. You're looking at sort of a minute to a minute and a half to get up to your sort of full pressure, and that's without any pumping. That's literally just standing there holding them. So let's open one of them. I mean, I'll give you a closer view in a sec. Okay, let's take a look at the Cycplus then. Let's get unboxing them. We had a quick look at the AS2 Pro, and now let's have a look at the AS2 Pro Max. I'm going to damage the box, sorry about that. I know some people don't like that, but I just can't get in. Okay, there we go. So this is the largest of the AS2 range. Instruction sheet telling you how to. It's a pretty simple little machine, and there's various languages in there. You get this little plastic bag to keep it in. I assume that means maybe it's not totally waterproof. And then, like I say, despite the size of the box, the actual pump itself is quite small. Inside this top part, you have a small bag with various adapters. That is like a little extender. So you've got the pump itself, and then that, so you've got a little brass end there, that screws into there, and just when it's a bit awkward you can use that to access. Oh, and the that comes off if you need to swap between Schrader and Presta. I think it comes set up as standard for Presta, but also in the bag we have some adapters, which will, let me just grab them out. Oh, it's a Type-C connector as well, if you can see that there. Basically inside you have, I don't know what they actually call those, but I just use them for, you know, pumping up the kids' footballs. You have a larger rubber washer and what they call the pillar, and that basically is for if you're going to be pumping up Schraders, you would swap that into here. But I'm always doing Schrader, so that's not an issue for me. So actually got the extra extender, and there's the actual pump itself. As you can see, it's got this nice silicone cover on it, just leaves that end open. This is the power chart port. It's also apparently where it draws in the air, which is quite interesting. So basically power goes in there, but it also sucks in the air through that way. And then this is the business side. So you've got a small LCD screen here. Top button is power on off, and the bottom two, middle one basically goes pressure up, and the bottom one takes pressure down. If you hold both, it should swap, I believe, between PSI and bar. So a long hold, there we go, it comes on. It's showing PSI, battery state there, and if we go up, that's the maximum PSI. So you can press and hold it. So let's put it down to 80. I've got a 28mm tyre. I mean, 80 is more than enough. If you hold both, yeah, it swaps to bar. Both again, back to PSI. Let's just check we're on 80. There we go. So, oh, let's see if it works. Press it straight on. Oh, sorry. And that's it, done. I put a little timer on that, but it didn't take long. And then when you want to turn it off, press and hold, and it's off. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? So that's the Cycplus AS2 Pro Max. This is the AS2 Pro, which is slightly smaller. Let's see if I can get it out and show it to you. Let's take the bag out, just to get an idea of the difference in size. Comes with all the same attachments. That's it. There you go. Let's get them the same way around. There you go. So that's the Pro Max. That's the Pro. There's one more, which is the AS2, which again is slightly smaller. But these will both go up to 120 psi, whereas the AS2 will only do 100. But I mean, both. I mean, that's noticeably heavier. But if you're maybe probably good if you're mountain biking, got fatter tyres. Apparently, this will also pump up a car tyre or motorbike tyre, which would be pretty impressive. But I mean, you could carry it in a jersey pocket. It's a bit clunky, not too bad. Probably the same combined weight, I guess, as pumping a multi-tool maybe, or something like that. That, however, the AS2 Pro, I'd quite happily have that in my rear pocket. Maybe I'd keep that for mountain bike trips. And like I say, it'd be interesting to see how they deal with tubeless, if they can reseat a tubeless. Then you can see also the screens are a little bit smaller as well. Let's hold and see. So this one, I pumped the tyre up, same tyre up to 100 psi, and the battery went down a third. This one, same tyre up to 80 psi, and we've still got 3 bars. Bigger battery, I guess, in here. So there you go, the Cycplus. Quite impressive, eh?